I'm Melissa Chartrand. I'm joined with Lenore Lyons. We're at the Arts Center at Cotuit Center for the Arts, and we are talking all things keys today. I'm so excited, Lenore. The last time I came, we hinted about this project. I can't believe how much it's grown, leaps and bounds, the Key project. Let's talk. We started saying, where did the idea begin? Which I know is a difficult question, but let's see if we can start there and where it takes us.
Okay, where did it begin? That is always the most difficult question. Where do ideas come from? I think this idea, the Key idea, has been kind of percolating for about a decade. I've known for some time that I want to do a large-scale community art project where lots of people who don't self-describe as artists contribute to the project. I just wasn't sure what would be the thing that they would wrap that idea around. And then it occurred to me that keys are perfect. They're a perfect little metaphor for a little nugget of inspiration. And I'm finding that to be true. People gravitate to this project and immediately want to participate. So there has been a real groundswell of enthusiasm building since last we spoke.
It is easy art. It's for people of all ages, and just as you say, from every generation. It's so fascinating what keys they pick and what those keys say to them.
Right. It's for people from 1 to 100. I don't have a 100-year-old yet, and so I'm looking for one if you know of anyone. But it's for people of all ages. Everybody seems to like keys. It has a universal theme of opening. So I usually put out a large tray full of keys. There might be 500 or 600 in the tray, and people will riffle through them. And again and again and again, people say, "This one feels right," and that's the language that they use. This key, an ordinary-looking key, just feels right. So they'll pick that, draw it, and then attach it to another piece of paper and write about what that key might open or start or do for them. And so these will be on exhibit at both Cotuit Center for the Arts and Barnstable Town Hall in October. October 10th is our opening. And they'll be arranged on a grid and grouped by age. So you'll see the progression of art and writing, but more importantly, thought as the years progress.
Let's sample a few of those.
Well, I found out through doing this project, 1-year-olds pretty much are like this, but by 3 and 4, kids are literal. It opens a door. It starts a car. That's it. But by 6 and 7, kids become really imaginative. Here, my key opens a magically place where all your desires are granted. Who doesn't want to go there?
Right.
So this is a 6-year-old. I have found that 9 and 10-year-olds are the most surprisingly thoughtful kids. Here's one from a 10-year-old. My key will stop world hunger. Kids, a 9-year-old wrote about, this is the key to forgiveness. Everyone makes mistakes, so everyone should be forgiven. As people move into their teen years, they talk about self-discovery. Here, this is from a teenager. My key unlocks my ideas and theories of life. In your 20s, you're continuing in that self-discovery, but moving into career. So this is the key to clarity and understanding. As we move into our 30s, people write about home and family and children. So here is this person is 32. The key opens the house I hope to own someday. As people move into their 40s, it can be more reflective. The funniest decade are the 50s. And I've heard that from before when I turned 50, people saying, once you're in your 50s, you don't care. You can say whatever you want now that you're 50. And I'm finding that's true. People in their 50s are funny. In the 60s, they begin to look back and talk about their memories and their desires. The 70s are all about retirement goals and more adventure in life. And it's just the 80s and 90s are often about loss and times that happened long, long ago. We had an 80-year-old write about, this is the key to my car. I don't have it anymore. My son took it away. I'm not allowed to drive even to CVS or to the grocery store. And the sadness and loss of independence. So people see this as just a little nugget of something that's deep and personal and part of who they are. It gives people a voice.
Absolutely gives them an opportunity to express and unlock that. And it's fascinating to me, as you say, it unlocks the mystery around these, or shows us more perspective of each of these generations as well. Now, you do this project. I know you were recently on Main Street at one of the festivals there. So you do that. You'll be around town in various areas, festivals and concerts and so on. But you also work with the schools.
That's right. Well, we're going to be at 21 so far, festivals and fairs through the summer, but we're doing this project in collaboration with the Cape Cod and Island art educators. And so the art teachers in schools from Bourne to Provincetown, every school district will be represented with some students in their schools participating. And I couldn't have done it without them. So the art teachers have been taught about this project and are in this collaboration, so they will be bringing it to their students.
It's just an amazing community project, and as you say, what it does for individuals and then as the community as a whole. And I was asking what happens next. This project will be on display. I've already picked and put down a half a dozen that I would love to see in a book. It's just remarkable, the artwork, the extremes, and what's being said.
What happens after the exhibit, I don't know. But every time I do this project, someone suggests a book. And I think that's a great idea. People have asked if I'll be moving into other communities. I think that's a possibility. We will be having a Kickstarter campaign sometime in the future to promote that, but that would be after the fall. I don't know. It's kind of a wide open possibility, unlimited opportunities it could be.
Which is so exciting. And as you say, in addition to the Kickstarter campaign, right now, I know I've been gathering keys every time I see you, I give you, how can our viewers participate in the project or help with the project?
Well, besides the fairs and festivals and the schools, we're doing a lot of smaller groups. We were at We Can in Harwich working with the Mentor-Mentee program. We've done this project with incarcerated youth in Brewster. We're going to be at the Noah Shelter at sometime this month. We're going to be at cancer survivor groups. So we're trying to reach small populations. We'll be working with autistic youth and disabled adults. So we're trying to get a lot of the different populations. We're looking for the elderly at senior centers. And there's also house parties that people have asked about doing this as a project for a family reunion or a family gathering, so we can come and do that. We need a lot of keys, though. I think part of the appeal of this project is finding the right key. That I don't think to assign keys, here's 1, 1, 1, I don't think that would work. People like to touch them, they like to feel them, they like to find just the perfect key. So I'm accepting donations of used keys, and we have a few different drop-off points. Katuitt Center for the Arts, you can drop them off at Centerville Library. Harwich Junior Theater is accepting them, and Helping Our Women in Provincetown are the 4 drop-off points we have right now. People can do this art on their own and send it to me. There's all kinds of details on the website.
Good, and what is that
The
site?
website is exploreartthejournalproject.com, but if you just Google the key idea, that will come up as well. You can find information on Katuitt's website, and there's opportunities for donating here, and we'd love sponsorships in any amount to bring it into the community.
Fantastic, and I will tell you, we'll add it to the Arts Barnstable website as well to link right to your site for our viewers as well. And I love this. It's so easy and yet so remarkable as to, from easy, how really profound the pieces are, I think.
Well, people get a little nervous about drawing. That's true. So I try to take it in a step-by-step way on how to draw. All they need to do is be able to draw a line, an angled line, a curved line, a circle, and a dot. That's it. So I say it's easy art, and it really is. When people draw a key, they just notice one end, draw the line down the middle, notice the bumps, and then add some details. I've also known that people are very nervous about white paper. It can be scary for a lot of people that they think they'll mess it up. So I've messed it up in advance for them. The paper has been sprayed with different colors of inks, so there's patterns and textures that people incorporate often into their artwork. Let's see if I have one right here. So you can see on this one how there's just a little spray at the bottom. One that you have here, there's the orange spray at the top. So it gives them just a little bit of something color
Sure.
that they can add to and work with.
It's funny that you say they're hesitant to draw. To me, I would think that that would be the easier part of this process, which is putting what that key really means to you, really feeling deep to express what it is.
It's probably different for different people, but people are very thoughtful when they approach this. And what I've realized, I've collected probably about 1,000 pages so far, and I realized that there is no end to the interesting things that people come up with.
Sure. And you said too that surprises, although we somewhat took, and this is how it will be displayed on the wall as well, you said, from the very young to the age
Very
range
old,
to
yes.
the very old, and everything in between. But that there was someone that his message, you would have thought, if you were to guess who was saying that, that would have been somebody much older than
Right.
the age of the child.
There
So-
was a young boy, I think he was 11 or 12, and he wrote about the key to health and good health for a lifetime, and that's the most important thing. And that struck me as something
Yeah.
that an older person might write about. I was surprised.
Yeah, and that's what I so enjoy about this project.
I get surprised by so many. There was a young teenager, I think she was 12 or 13, who wrote, "This is the key to the door of love. But you don't really need a key because the door is always open."
Oh.
And that was very sweet from this young girl. And I find love is the number one thing that
Really?
people of every age, the key to my heart, the key to love, the key to finding that special person, that's the number one thing that people want. So I hope to have a special place of just some of the love pieces in the exhibit as well.
Well, I love this project, Lenore. Thank you so much for sharing the Key project today. And I look forward to seeing you out on the streets, and I look really excited about the debut of the project in October.
We'll be around, and please come to Katuitt and see the project then in October, or get in touch and we can arrange a party for your people.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
For Lenore Lyons, I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing you an artful day.